Moving on, or should I say just being here. um, no more numbering, no more questioning. I just want this to be spontaneous and from my inside out, at the moment, and pure. I don't want to make this into a thing. So, I am working through so many things, and the direct path, no path, non-duality has really helped me touch deeply on the inner workings of this body-mind and articulate. Words are such an art. There's such an art to put them in the right place and to create beauty and Robert Spira does that, and wow, it's just beautiful. And I really am working on my inner being to get everything out of the way, which I feel like I've been working on this for a long time. But imagine the amount of clutter. I can only imagine the amount of clutter from all these thousands of years of humanity, from overlooking the infinite being, knowing, the infinite knowing. So I keep going off into the body mind. I want to number things. I want to question things. I want questions from the outside. I don't. That's not, here I am. I don't, I do, whatever. But the place that I want to be right now is the purity of my heart and soul and being, just being. And the first thing that pops up to me from that place is trust. I often do not trust myself, and it just comes upon me. It comes upon me, and at the time, it's not like, I know the thoughts going by are, the fleeting thoughts going by, I notice that and I let them go by. But when you're at work and those thoughts come and you grab them, or when you're in the body-mind, doing what the body-mind does in a day, there are thoughts that have you do things in that space of that limited space that we're in, that we're capsuled in. We do go about our day and we do what we do. Because we are in this finite body-mind. So as I'm going about my day, and I do grab a thought because it's necessary, not because it's fleeting by, and I'm, seeing thoughts fleet by, and knowing how temporal they are, and letting them go, and not just capture and be distracted by all of these different thoughts. But when I do have to go about doing my body mind day, and I grab different thoughts, I often distrust what's happening at that moment, and it's an associate. First, I understand that the thought, this is very important, because the distrust comes from a feeling. The distrust is the reaction from a feeling. So that apprehension, that lack, is creating a distrust, but that feeling comes from a thought. So going back and tracing these steps, it's obvious to me that the thought comes first. And immediately after the thought, you attach a feeling. And then for me, immediately after that, I attach distrust. So, so something's missing in that line of thought. And what that is, to me, is going back one step further. Is the knowing coming. That thought isn't coming, or should I say awareness, the knowing, which is awareness, is, as we've said for thousands and thousands of years for humans, it's been overlooked for so long that in a day of doing, you're overlooking it. And I can say from time to time, but in a day it's from time to time to time to time to time to time. Now I could pause, which I have been doing wonderfully well. I pause and go to that infinite space, but the space is not as open and infinite as when I'm not at work, let's say. Use that as an example, or as just to say what it is. Just to tell it like it is. So, that is my knowing at the moment. Is that distrust is coming from that lack, that overlooking, the overlooking of this, well, I won't even use that, that I'm so well familiar with. But it's the overlooking of that infinite knowing behind our, you can say behind everything, or you could just say it's that encompasses everything, everything, the all, just so many names, but the overlooking of it, even for a second, and a thought comes in, and a feeling's attached, and distrust is the answer or the reaction of the moment.